Hello everyone and welcome to another video of the Sky channel. So in this video we are going to be talking about what are some of the ways that you can best prepare for wars in islands. And essentially we're going to be focusing a little towards the start of the island so that you have the best preparations for a heavy duty war. A lot of people generally tend to forget how they can be best prepared for it, and sometimes they are going into the war less prepared than they should be, and therefore they're not able to put in that sort of impact to the war that they otherwise could. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, join our Discord, and also follow us on Instagram so you always have the support that you need to really enhance your account and get yourself to the next level. Also, if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can save a lot of money when you make in-game purchases by getting some amazing cashbacks each time you purchase anything. Let's get started. Firstly, the most important thing is that you want to try to have as much honor as possible, ideally minimum 20,000 or 40,000 as soon as possible. I know 40,000 might not be possible for everyone, but everyone should be able to get at least 20,000 honor before the first battle. How do you get honor? Well, you first try to upgrade as many nodes as possible, which is absolutely important because nodes give a lot of honor. You can see that I have everything at level 10. I don't have 200 out of 200 because I've already passed the stage of getting the 40,000 plus honor. I'm already past 100,000 now. At this point, it doesn't matter if I have it or not. You know, it's like the last few days off the island now. But in the beginning, it is absolutely important for you to do that because it makes a huge difference. Get nodes and upgrade the nodes, especially in the beginning when you don't have wars. Later on, when you're going to be fighting daily, you won't have enough stamina to get and upgrade nodes, and that's pretty much the situation that we were in. We just had so much extra stamina that we could use to upgrade nodes, and if you forget it for a few hours, there's no way you're going to be able to get the nodes upgraded. So in the beginning, that's the most important time. You want to be upgrading your nodes and getting a higher honor. Remember, 20,000 and then 40,000. Those are the two honor values that you want to target because they essentially double your fungi production as well as your fungi capacity. Next up, when you are going to a war, you probably want to have the Raider class. Now, the Raider class actually does help quite a bit. It increases your healing speed, so you use less healing speed ups. It actually gives you a 25% attack and defense bonuses on your pro unit, which is probably the only unit you're going to be using for wars. And you can actually assign a bunch of skill attack, skill defense, and health buffs, making your unit much more effective when you are in the battle. Next up, getting the attack and defense bonuses. These can actually make a bunch of impact. Remember, it's 20% attack, 20% defense, and you never know those 20%. They actually can make a bunch of difference when you are fighting your enemies. If you don't have these, you can buy them from the Alliance store. And of course, if you have a bunch of big spenders in your alliance, you're going to have a lot of these contribution points, which you can then use to purchase these attack and defense bonuses at a reasonably cheap price. Next up, the Mutation Pool, and you do want to try to assign the skill attack, potentially skill defense or attack, or the health buffs to the ants that you're using in your pro unit. Generally, I try to have the health buff given to my front row, and then attack bonus goes to my CI. Right now it's with Sand Silver Ant because this was for PvE, but essentially I would put CI over here, and I would put the Sand Silver Ant in the skill attack mutation. That would allow me to hit a little bit harder, and remember, each of these small extra boosts, they add up, right? Eventually you're going to have a pretty nice bunch of bonuses on your ants, and you'll be able to do a lot more damage. Next up, anthill enhancement, and this is also very important. A lot of people forget about it, but you do want to try to focus on certain enhancements that give you a much better boost in your stats. The Queen, which gives you attack, defense, and health of all soldier ants, is definitely very, very important, right? This is every soldier ants, T10 or seasoned soldier ants. You're getting a flat out 35% attack, defense, and 14% health once you max out your queen. Now you might just want to stop at 9 shells, and if that's the case, level up the queen and the other upgrades I'm going to be talking about fairly evenly so that you're able to get the highest level of buff that you can before the first war. Shooter ant nest, if you're a shooter main, definitely very helpful. You get more hourly output of your seasoned soldier ants, and hence you get more honor, which you definitely need, as we just talked about. You also increase your healing speed, which is amazing as well, and there's a reduction in the healing cost as well. The troop tunnel is nice. It gives you attack, defense, and health of all of your troops, which is amazing, and it also gives extra attack, defense, and health of troops in troop 1, 2, and 3. Not the pro unit for the second bonus, but the first one applies to all troops. Alliance Center, Evolution Fungi, and the Entrance, each giving attack, defense, and health, major amounts by the way, for all of your seasoned soldier ants. Now remember, this is seasoned soldier ants, so it doesn't apply to T10, but of course you are going to be using a lot of seasoned soldier ants, so it's still particularly helpful. 42% health and 105% attack and defense, definitely worth your investment. The special ant habitat, mutation flora, and insect habitat are decent, but not as amazing because they only apply when you're attacking fortresses, so I kind of deprioritize them until, of course, let's say I need to get to 9 shell or a jump in my honor, and these are low level, so they give you a better boost, but otherwise I'd prioritize the other things more, like the Pro Rally Center, 70% attack, defense, and 28% health of all soldier ants in the pro troop, and you're probably going to be using the pro unit anyway, so this is something that I definitely try to max as soon as possible. The rally centers, again, they increase the destruction, so they help in attacking fortresses. You don't have to keep it level 0 like me. You can get it to a decent level like 13 or something, and you're going to have a good benefit when you're attacking ferries and enemy structures. You'll end up using a little bit less stamina. In my particular case, I was more focused on getting the attack, defense, and health bonuses, and I just didn't have enough to focus on everything else as well. Those are the anthill enhancement recommendations. Focus on making yourself stronger by getting more buffs so that you can use them in the first wars that are going to be very important for you. Next up, be ready to join rallies. Rallies seem to have a significant impact when you're doing battles, especially longer battles, because they end up hitting way harder than solos can individually do. I think there's a little bit of a rationale behind it, and I have a few theories that I'm going to test, but it's almost like the individual impact of 5 solos versus one rally with 5 units in it is significantly different, and therefore try to always join or create rallies because they're going to help you out in the long run. Not just are you getting that bonus in attack, defense because of a rally, you're also getting a much larger impact, which I've noticed to be significant. Finally, the last recommendation that I'm going to talk about is enhancing your seasoned soldier ants, particularly the ones that you use in PvP. In my case, it is shooters, so you can see I have 617,767 enhanced seasoned soldier ants, more than I need, but you know what, at that time they didn't even have the automatic healing feature, and I didn't want to wait a very long time when my troop comes back before sending it again, because otherwise I had to click heal them all, then put them back in the unit and then send it. Having a bunch of extra meant that I could simply just keep on refreshing them, sending them back, and then I can heal them later, which was nice. It saved me a little bit of time. You might not need it anymore because of the auto heal feature, but you definitely want to have at least one full unit, which is basically 3 rows, ready for you for the first battle. This is very important because not only do you do a lot more damage with enhanced seasoned soldier ants, you also use less seasoned durable fungi, which is going to be the main bottleneck for you to be using seasoned soldier ants. So that's all I have for this video. I might have missed a few things, and you know what? Drop them in the comments below so that you can guide others as well. This is what came up at the top of my mind, and I thought these were the most important to focus on. So that's pretty much all I have for this video. I do want to mention that we are still partnered with Aptoid. There is a little bit of a limit on how many times you can use a promo code now. I believe they've limited it to 5 times per 30 days. And I believe there's also releasing a way to add the promo codes during checkout. So while you are checking out, see if there's an option to add a promo code. If there isn't, make sure the promo code is applied like it always has been. And do make sure that you are seeing the extra 5% cashback that should be displayed at the bottom of your screen when you're making that purchase, just to make sure that the promo code is active and it's working. Now, I also recommend that you buy larger packs using the promo code given these new restrictions. Perhaps just use them to get the largest possible ant coins packs, and you can use those ant coins to make any smaller purchases, because then you really don't need a promo code because you already bought the ant coins. That's probably a good strategy for you to use to maximize the amount of bonuses that you get, because if you use all of the bonuses on smaller packs, then you might be missing out on some of the extra bonuses. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one.